up definitely that I want to look at is our guy called Malcolm Marx, from Kes in Joburg. The Kes guys did ask that we mention that again. Humble guy, great guy, one of the best I was fortunate to ever work with. So humble, so team guy, prepared to play 5 minutes, 10 minutes. In fact, I still think your best guy should play more. But I want to go through this one just now. I just want to analyze, bring Jono in here a bit as well. Something happened here very interesting. Now, what happens here is Lukhanyo Arm is such a clever blocker. He plays that 13 role very well. So when that guy was supposed to clean, he just gave him a little nudge. I'll show it now.
So let's just celebrate Malcolm Marx quickly.
Yeah.
I think what when we were chatting about it off air now, week in, week out, he's always had a good game. Yeah, it was just in the World Cup, there was a bit of a slump, but every time he puts on the grid and gold, he's just always been brilliant. And the debate is, do you start him? Do you play him off the bench? But first, I think congrats, Malcolm. I think you've done a stellar job. I remember meeting you as a 16-year-old down in Cape Town playing flank. And next time I saw you in matric in PE, and you were playing hooker for the Lions Caribbean Week team, and you made SA schools. But initially, at under 16, came in as a flank. I think Rassi was even in charge of those camps back in the day. Sure. Job well done. And I think, for me, if he carries on playing off the bench, there's another 50 tests in him. Absolutely. If not 70. So I'm happy with him just to stick around. If it means he's coming off the bench, but he's always involved in the box setup, I'm happy with him. But yesterday, he was just head and shoulders. I think nobody would complain, the right man of the match. He can hold his head high.
There's two guys I will always start in that Bok team. I want to start the best guys on form. Look, Bongi is a very good player. I'm not saying he's not good. He's brilliant. But Lukhanyo Arm at 13, the way he runs the defence and the way he controls the whole back line there is fantastic for me. And the other one is Malcolm Marx. I would like to start Malcolm, not all the games, most of the games, because it is a hell of a difference when you start and your preparation coming off the bench. I hear what you say about...
I disagree with you, and I'll say this because there's something that's got created with the likes of Malcolm Marx, and it's called the bomb squad. Without a Marx on the bench at Kitsoff, teams would not be looking at 23. We'll still be looking at 15 men. If you got the best 15 men, and I got the best 23, you will never win a test match.
I hear what you say, and the bomb squad is working, guys. It's definitely working. Like with the what's his name, Kwagga and Swys and all the guys, Franco Mostert, those guys are still doing that, playing that role so well as the bomb squad. I just feel, back to my argument, Jonathan and Robbi, if you're a very brilliant player, like Dani Gerber, I can't see in his glory days that he comes off the bench really, because he's just, the boykie from this patch is just too good. So I want to start Malcolm a few more games more, like what happened this set. And then Blood Bongi in. That's just my viewpoint. He's just too good. He's fantastic.
What's your take, Kemper?
Aren't we blessed with two of the world's best hookers right now?
Yeah, we did say that.
And generally speaking, there's an argument for both. I thought Marx was outstanding yesterday. He was comfortably head and shoulders above any of his peers at hooker across this world. His stealing was great, his tackling, his effort. For me, it's a difficult one, but generally speaking, Bongi's playing for 40 minutes. Malcolm's playing the last 40 minutes. The impact he has on the bench, I agree with Owen. That impact that the entire bomb squad has is next level. By the way, the first guy on my list would be Maherba at number 3. Then Lukey. But, because they're playing sort of half and half of a game, and I think that Jacques has got the manipulation of the bomb squad absolutely spot on every game. Yesterday was subtly different. He brought them on in ones and twos as opposed to a big flurry. But it is a difficult one to debate. But I would think let Bongi start, set the tone. Absolutely. You bring him Marx off the bench with the way he plays. It's unstoppable. 2018
in France, Stade Francais, Bongi came on with 20 minutes to play. He was so good. He was the same as a Malcolm Marx off the bench. We won that test with 2 great drives, and he scored in the right-hand corner of a maul that he just pumped his legs and over 4 guys and scored the try. So I'm saying, we've got 2 brilliant throws of the ball, scrummers. There's one little edge that I feel that Malcolm maybe has got on the rest, and that's the ability to seal ball. He's the extra loose forward. So that's why some games I want to start him.
I hear you, but for me, I think that vital turnover, we've seen it numerous times where Malcolm actually in the last 10, 15 minutes, we actually turns over that last vital minutes. Hence, that's why I would actually go with these 2 gentlemen, with playing Marx off the bench. Because, that vital turnover in the last few, which I think Bongi doesn't offer that. But what Bongi does offer you is the ability to soften them up that first 40, 60 minutes, which I love. For me, and that is, again, that has been the Springbok philosophy. If we smash you the first 40 minutes, and then we'll go for the softening up of the with the bomb squad.
Okay,
yeah,
I just
great
wanna-
performance, yeah.
Yeah, just on that clip that I've got going eventually now. If you have a look there, what Lukey does so well there, that number one must be the cleaner, and we'll play this clip again to really analyse it. What happens here now, because of Lucanya's good blocking work there, and Peter Steff rolling and holding hands on, he makes Malcolm great. But Malcolm will do that in minute 1 and minute 79. Peter Steff, brilliant, holding on. Now, I want you guys to have a look again, the great work that Lucania Arm is doing. That number one is the head cleaner. He comes around, we discussed it last program, he comes around to clear the ball out for them, and all that Luki did was just Lucania Arm. He just gave him a nudge, and he was on the wrong side, and that's all a great player like Malcolm needs. I'll show you there again. Peter Steff, great one arm around the ball, so he is going to slow it down. You agree, James?
Yep.
So they go to deck. Now look at Lucania there. Now number one must clean Malcolm. Now that's a teamwork stealing ball. It's not only one guy. There's Malcolm ready to go, and Lucania has got number one, and you'll see the result now. Where you're supposed to clean Malcolm, he falls there. And Sam Cane cleans him. And it's almost like a plan worked out. Peter Steff on the tackle, Malcolm on the steal, but most importantly there, that 1-2 seconds that Lucania Arm slowed it down for the cleaner to arrive, brilliant. I give that steal and a coaching manual, Mackie, Robbi, 10 out of 10?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
10 out of 10, not even 9.5. You wouldn't say 8 now and discuss it, but I say 10.